Have you ever seen a vehicle carrying way too much stuff? In this video, we will show you the most overloaded vehicles ever caught on camera. From trucks packed to high to bikes carrying crazy loads, these vehicles will surprise you. You won't believe how they were even moving. Get ready to see some amazing and funny moments. Let's begin. Number 1. Overloaded truck. Trucks are designed to carry heavy loads, but some people push them to their absolute limits. The excess cargo can cause trucks to lean and sometimes even fall over. This makes things very dangerous for the truck driver, not to mention all the other drivers on the road. In some countries, people use cheap trucks and overload them, causing the trucks to be crushed under the cargo's weight. It's even more dangerous when these trucks drive up hilly roads. They may have to make sharp turns, and if the truck tips over, it can fall down the hill. This scary photo was taken on a hilly road in Pakistan. People had overloaded a truck with a big bag of sand. They did this to try and save time and money, but the sand spilled everywhere, and the truck is now broken. This means they lost money and time. It would have been better to use 2 separate trucks, but these people did not think far into the future. Many of them tried to pull the truck down using ropes. It's great that people helped out, but those same people should have prevented this from happening in the first place. Clearly, nobody spoke up to say the truck was way overloaded, and because of that, the truck overturned. It's clear that disaster is just around the corner whenever you overload. Some people even try to overload smaller trucks, causing them to tip over backwards. One man even tried to overload a tricycle truck. Tricycle trucks are small trucks with only 3 wheels. They're meant for light loads only, but this man broke his truck by overloading it. These trucks can be expensive, but it seems like many get destroyed thanks to the owners overloading them. Sometimes people even overload trucks with very dangerous loads. For example, take this truck stacked up with wood. These wooden logs are very poorly stacked, and they're about double the height of the vehicle itself. If they fell onto other people or cars, it could cause fatalities, which is why you can see this driver getting a fine for his dangerous loading. It's amazing how these trucks can transport massive amounts of weight, but just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. In this video, the vehicle does seem to be driving normally despite the massive load, but there's no saying the vehicle didn't tip over later on. At first, it may seem like some vehicles can support heavy loads, but it only takes one wrong turn for them to tip over, causing massive damage. Number 2. Overcrowded bus. In some cities, there are not enough buses to go around. This leads to thousands of people packing onto one tiny bus. This can get pretty dangerous. In one video from Kazakhstan, a man is trying to push his way onto a packed bus. There's no room for even one more person. The man pushes 2 women into the bus and then finally tries to get in himself. The door doesn't even close, but this doesn't stop the driver from driving off anyway. Although the door is hanging open, the man does manage to get on the bus. Another country famous for overcrowded buses is India. Sometimes people cling to the windows or the roof of Indian buses. That's because there are not enough buses to go around, meaning that if you miss your bus, you may miss work and get fired. It's not like in some countries where another bus comes 5 minutes later. In some cases, only 1 bus comes per day. This results in hyper-loaded buses. People are squeezed in like sardines and hang on for dear life. It may look kind of funny at first, but it's also very dangerous. One wrong move could cause people to fall off while the bus is moving. In some cases, too many people could cause the vehicle to be overloaded and collapse. But these people are so desperate to get to their destinations that they simply don't care. If you think that's dangerous, take a look at this. This bus in Nepal is driving along a hilly, winding road. They're incredibly high up. Despite this, people are hanging onto the doors and the roof. They could easily fall and severely hurt themselves. Also, if the bus fell off the cliff, the passengers would surely lose their lives. The terrain around here is very unstable, but it seems like the bus passengers don't care. Unfortunately, every year, some people do lose their lives due to overloaded buses. This normally happens on busy roads in India or poorly maintained, winding roads in Nepal. Number 3. Overloaded bicycle. You may be shocked that people can overload bicycles, but this man in China definitely proves it's possible. He added a small extension behind his bike, allowing it to carry a truckload of items. Bicycles are often overloaded in China. It happens when people are too poor to afford a truck, so instead, they buy a bike and overload it. This is very dangerous. It makes the rider's visibility very poor, and the bicycle may break under the massive weight of the cargo. Despite this, it's a common sight in China. It's technically illegal to do this, but in China, these laws aren't very well enforced, leading to people transporting just about anything using their bikes. Number 4. Overcrowded train. People want to reach their destination even if it means risking their lives. These images from Kenya show people hanging off the side of a train. There are also many people sitting on top. Surprisingly, this is a normal commuter train. People make this journey every day just to get to work. Sadly, people sometimes fall off, causing them to be injured or lose their lives. Some people even sit between the train carriages, which is obviously very dangerous. Train overcrowding is also very common in South Africa and India. However, one of the most famous overcrowded trains is in Dhaka, Bangladesh. These people are going to a religious festival. So many people wanted to attend that they had to sit on top of the train. Some even sat on the front of the train. The crowd is so dense they look like ants, but really, it's just because the train is so big. Doing this is extremely dangerous, but it's a daily reality for many in certain countries. If a train like this derailed, hundreds would lose their lives. But I guess that's the risk you take when boarding an overloaded train. Number 5. Overcrowded boat. In India, you'll find these insane, overcrowded boats. It seems like in India, there's no vehicle that isn't overcrowded. This massive 4-story boat is packed. Some people are even hanging onto the balcony. They want to get to their destination so badly that they're risking their lives. This is very risky. People could fall off, or worse, the boat could tip over or capsize. There are not enough lifeboats on board, meaning that if an accident occurred, many lives would be lost. The same is true in Bangladesh, which is sadly known for shipwrecks. In 2016, a boat was seen off the coast of Libya. Hundreds of people boarded a tiny boat, causing it to capsize. The Spanish and Italian navies came to the rescue and thankfully saved many lives. But it shows just how dangerous overloaded boats can be. These African boat disasters are unfortunately very common. Number 6. Overcrowded taxi. Taxis normally only have 5 seats, so you may be wondering, how can one be overcrowded? Take a look at this footage from the Dominican Republic. The army noticed a taxi driving down the road. When they pulled it over, they realized there were over 10 people inside. Dozens were packed in, with many crammed into the trunk. The number of people made it look like a clown car. Some taxi drivers do this to make more money, but of course, it breaks road laws and they can face serious fines if caught. This taxi in Africa had people riding on the roof. When the police noticed, things got intense. The passengers were chased off the roof and had to run away. The taxi wasn't just overloaded with people, but also with goods. It's wild the lengths some people go to just to reach their destination, even if it means risking their safety and breaking the law. Number 7. Overloaded car. No vehicle is safe from overloading, including standard cars. This car was overloaded with plastic barrels. Scaffolding had to be built to lift the load. Also, take a look at this overloaded car. Someone was either moving house or had been made homeless. But instead of selling their belongings, they simply strapped everything to the car. Some people use cars even when a truck would be more appropriate. For example, this overloaded car was seen leaving North Korea and heading to South Korea. It's leaving the Kaesong Industrial Complex. The driver is bringing products from North to South Korea. You might be wondering, how can the driver see? A tiny gap was left on the windshield for visibility, but despite this, it's still very dangerous. Many of these overloaded vehicles go from North to South Korea, even though it's illegal to drive like this. Now it's time for you to make your voice heard. Comment below which of these overloaded vehicles was the most dangerous. I've been Shy. Thanks for watching.